We started last time at the end learning the halachas of Amir La'akum. So we learned as follows, that there is a drasha on the Mechilta. The Pasuk says in Parshas Bo, in Perek Yud Beis, Pasuk Tezayin, Kol Malacha lo ye'aseh b'hem. No malacha should be done on them. Not you shouldn't do, no malacha shouldn't be done. And the Mechilta Darshans, therefore, even a goy shouldn't do for you. There happen to be at least two Rishonim, the Reim and the Smach, who take this as a real drasha. But in general, this is not what's accepted. It's accepted that Amir al-Akim is only a drabanan, and apparently this drasha is only an Smach. Okay, so basically it's assumed it's takana drabanan. So we saw that there were three reasons on the table why the Chachamim made this takana. The Rambam writes in Hilchos Shabbos in Perek Vav Halacha Aleph, Shelo tiyeh Shabbos kala be'enehem v'yavo lasos b'atzman. Shabbos shouldn't be something that's serious, something light in their eyes, and they'll come to do malacha themselves. Because it's a gzeira, lest you come to do malacha yourself. That's what the Rambam writes. Second reason given is Rashi of Vodazar and Taf Tesvav Dibra Masel Kevan, that what the pasuk says v'daber dobri. Now that I have divrei chol on Shabbos, we tell the guy to do something. That's divrei chol on Shabbos. That's in second reason. The third reason given is Rashi in Shabbos on Kuf Nun Gimel Amid Al Dibra Masel Mai, that when the guy does it, it's like you do. Now, just let's be clear. According to strict halacha, there's no shlichus for goyim. Look at the Kiddushin and Aleph on the base. Matem bris avshnu chachem b'nei bris. Right? We learn out. Gam atem turimu. Just like you can do truma, you're a shliach. You do truma, but the drush is atem is you and gam is your shliach. But matem b'nei bris, just like you have to be Jewish, your shliach has to be Jewish. The guy has no shlichus. But l'chumra midrabanan, it's as if we say there's shlichus l'chumra, and when he does it, it's I did it. Now, we pointed out last time as well, why does Rashi give two reasons in two different places? To explain that Amir al-Akum is also from Shabbos to Shabbos. You can't tell him on Shabbos to do malach on Shabbos. You can't tell him on Thursday to do malach on Shabbos. And you can't tell him on Shabbos to do malach on Tuesday. Therefore, when you talk on Shabbos to tell him to do a malach on Tuesday, there's no problem of shlichos, because when he does it, it's Tuesday. The problem is when I tell him, that's v'daber dover. And on the other way around, when you tell him on Thursday to do the malach on Shabbos, the problem is in daber dover. You're talking on Thursday. The problem is when he does it on Shabbos. That's why Rashi has both reasons: one to cover Shabbos to Tuesday, one from Thursday to Shabbos. And when you talk on Shabbos and he does it on Shabbos, you have both reasons. Then finally, we said that Amir al-Akum is also both what's a malacha d'oraisa, what's also midrabanan. That's what comes out of Shin Zayin Sefez. But the Mishnah Berurah writes in Sukkot and Chesed, in the name of the Magen Avram, something that's only a minig or a chumrah, we don't do mitzad minig or mitzad chumrah. That midrabanan you're allowed to tell the guy to do. But anything that's also midrabanan, it's certainly d'oraisa, you can't tell the guy to do. I believe what I just did up to now is more or less a synopsis of what I had said last time. Now, you have to be aware now, there are two areas we have to discuss. We have to discuss them independently. One topic is what you can tell the guy to do, what you cannot tell the guy to do. When you can say something and when you can't. That's topic number one. Now, topic number two is as follows. If a guy does malacha for you on Shabbos, right, even though you didn't ask him, right, but the guy did a malacha for you on Shabbos, right, so you are not allowed to get pleasure from it on Shabbos. Now, the guy did something for me, I can't use it on Shabbos, right? The Mishnah Berurah writes in Reish Ayin Vav Sikkot Beis, why? Because we're afraid that if I use it on Shabbos, next week I'll tell him to do it on Shabbos, right? So therefore, if he does it for me, I can't tell him, I can't do it, even though I didn't tell him, because maybe next week I will tell him. Therefore, every time we discuss Amir al-Akum, there are two separate questions, and they're not necessarily always dependent on each other. One topic is, what can I say? But even after it's done, that even if I have a way to say something, it's not guaranteed that I can get pleasure from it on Shabbos. I can use it on Shabbos. They're two separate topics, and they have to be discussed totally independently. Okay? I just want to add one point. don't ask the following question. You might ask me, if a guy does a malacha for me on Shabbos, I can't, even though I didn't ask him, I can't get pleasure from it. I can't, get pleasure from it on Shabbos. Let's wait after Shabbos. Why? Maybe next week I'll tell him to do it. L'chara, that should be a gzera l'gzera. There's one halacha that I can't tell the guy. I make a gzera, not to be nana for what he did, lest I tell him next week. So you might ask him, say gzera l'gzera. The reason I'm telling you not to answer the question because I don't know what the answer is. Sorry, I have no idea what the answer is. Don't know. Look, sometimes you can have a double drabban. This they already point out. There's already a ritual like this in that second paragraph of Sukkah talks about it. Let's say, for example, can't eat basar b'challah, right? You can't eat basar b'challah, correct? Why? Torah says, now, that's only if it's cooked together. Meat cooked with milk. However, if I want to eat a piece of meat and drink a glass of milk, that's not osher min Torah. It wasn't cooked together, but I can't eat it at the same time. Now, there's another halacha that what? Min Torah, chicken is par. Midrabanan, chicken is flesh. Correct? So if I cook chicken in milk, that's basar b'challah drabanan. Now, I am not allowed to eat a piece of chicken and drink a glass of milk at the same time. You might ask me, the two drabanans here, right? One drabanan is chicken is flesh, and one drabanan is having it together. It wasn't cooked together. The answer to that is gzera. The gzera means when the whole purpose of the second gzera is to protect the first gzera. And those Chazal don't make a takana drabanan to protect another takana drabanan. Rashi writes in Beis on Beis. We're talking about gzera. Rashi writes that he's supposed to make takana drabanan ushmartem es mishmarti. Last pasuk in Parshas Acharamos ushmartem es mishmarti. The Gemara says in Yevamos chafal v'malach asu mishmeres leMishmarti. Make a fence around the law of the Torah. Rashi says you don't make a mishmeres to the mishmeres. You don't make a drabanan to protect another drabanan. You can't make a takana drabanan just to protect another drabanan. But sometimes you'll have two independent drabanans, two independent, and both are a fence around the Torah. Just in certain cases they overlap. There's one takana not to eat milk and eat meat at the same time, because you might eat them when they're cooked together. That's one takana, correct? Then there's another takana that chicken is flesh, just like meat. Separate takana. They have nothing to do with each other. And in one case, they overlap. That's not a problem with gzera. Each one independently was made for a doraisa. Chicken ought to meat, and eating together ought to cooking together. Just in one case, you have a double drabanan. That you can have. That you simply can have. Or, for example, Hilchos Shabbos. Where is this? I believe it's in the end of Shin Aleph. Mishnah talks about this. This halacha that if a living creature can move by himself, a child can move by himself, right? Not a baby who's just born. And not if somebody with Chalila sick. Somebody can move around by themselves, and you carry them on Shabbos when there's no Eruv. There's halacha chai no seis atzmo, and carrying a person who can walk by himself, move by himself, is only a draban. Fine. Are you allowed to carry a child and a carmelis on Shabbos? So the Mishnah Berurah says no. Why? It's a double draban. Carmelis is only a shus harab midraban. A child is only carrying midraban. The answer is no, but each one is independently. A child, an animal that can move, is a takana atu domain. It's an animal. It's how do you say domain in English?
Inanimate.
What's the word?
Inanimate.
Inanimate? No, whatever. Something that doesn't grow. Not someach and not chai, right? Correct? So chai no seis atzmo is gzera otu, something that can't move by itself. And a carmel is gzera otu shus harabim. When they come together, you can have it, right? Whatever. So that you can have. But over here, there's one takana of Amir Laka. The whole takana of not to be mad for what he does for you is lest you come to what? To tell him next Shabbos. There, the second takana is gzera otu the first takana. That should be gzera to gzera. But the truth of the matter is, Tosa already points out in the beginning of Parakol Abasa, this rule, you don't make a gzera to gzera, is not ironclad. It's not an iron cut. Sometimes you find it, but it doesn't really tell you what the rules are. Okay, let's leave that now. Now, what's the halacha? Hinting to a guy, not telling him outright, but hinting to a guy on shot to do something to do something. So this is my own terminology. I call it a direct hint and an indirect hint, right? A direct hint, right, is awesome. Now, what is a direct? Again, what's a hinting called? So one thing is, why didn't you turn on the light? Why didn't you do this? Say turn on the light. Why didn't you do this? This is found in the Shin Zayin Sif Beis and the Mishnah Berurah Yud. You ask him a question, why you didn't do it. You don't tell him to do it. Or you tell him to do X, to do a certain thing, and that's not a malach. But in order to do it, he understand he has to do some other malach, right? Do this, right? And then he what? It's dark in the room, so he's going to turn on the light, correct? So even though you didn't tell him to turn on the light, yeah, it's like you told him, you say, please read me what it says here. It's black. He turns on the light. So that's also called a hint. This is found in Mishnah Berurah Shin Zayin Sivkot Nayin Vav. And then you have the following thing. This is on the Chai Adam, Klal Samach Beis, Halacha Beis, and the Shiur Shabbos goes in Perek Lamed Halacha Beis. You don't open your mouth, but you make a motion with your hand. You point to the light switch, right? You don't say, you just point to the light switch. So you're hitting him to turn on the light. Okay, so those are all called direct hints, and that you can't do on Shabbos, right? You can't tell him, why didn't you do this? You can't tell him do A, which isn't a malacha, but he'll understand he has to do B, or 3, the moving of your hands. Now, there's what is called a, one second. Okay, but before I go on, hinting is only also on Shabbos for Shabbos. But to hint on Shabbos, to do something on Tuesday is mutter by hint. That the Ramah writes in Shin Zayin Sivchot Beis, why didn't you turn on the light last Tuesday, right? Or things like that. The hint you're allowed to do from Shabbos to Tuesday, and you can also do it from Thursday to Shabbos. Why didn't you turn the lights on last Shabbos? This is in Shin Zayin Sif Beis, and also looking at the Mishnah Berurah Yud. So hinting is only also from Shabbos on Shabbos, but it is mutter from Shabbos to Chol and from Chol to Shabbos. Those are all direct hints. Now there's what I call indirect hints. That's mutter even on Shabbos. You tell the guy, it's pitch black in here. It's dark in here, right? It's dark in here. You just state a fact. It's dark in here, right? And then the guy, if he's smart enough, will understand he's supposed to do something, correct? So that's mutter even on Shabbos. You tell him it's dark in here, it's this, whatever. I don't have something here, whatever the story is, that's mutter. Now, this solves, though, the problem of what you're allowed to say. We're going to have to deal independently till you get pleasure from it. I tell the guy, it's pitch black in the room. He turns on the light. Good. So that's fine. Now that the light's on, can I use the light? Can I read here? That's a separate topic, and we'll have to discuss that independently. Okay. Now, there's a machlokes achronim on the following. Yeah, Naftali.
Rabbi, could you say, like, oh, I wish it was dark in here, or like, I wish it was light? Would that be indirect or direct?
Probably indirect, I would assume. You're saying what you want. I don't know. That's a good question. Don't know. Really don't know. Okay. Now, there's a machlokes achronim on the following point. It's quoted in Mishnah Berurah in Shin Zayin Sivkot Chaf Dalet. Can I tell Goy 1 to tell Goy 2 to do something? I tell Malcolm to tell Oswald to do something, right? I tell Goy A to tell Goy 2. Is that mutter or asur? The Avodas HaGrishuni says it's asur. The Chav Shiur says it's mutter, and the Mishnah Brura says that you can rely on this. B'makom hefsid go. In great loss, you can rely on this. Again, we're going to have to discuss independently about whether you can get enough from it on Shabbos. Now, based on this, the Shiur Shabbos has the following halacha in Perek Lamed Aleph, halacha Cha. He writes, somebody lives in Chutz La'aretz, Rahman al-Islam, right? There's talking about the most goyim. So he's allowed to put a letter in the mailbox, right, on Friday, even Friday afternoon, even though it's going to be delivered on Shabbos. So it looks in the footnote here, it tells you we're looking Shulchan Aruch, basically the whole thing is he's putting it there. He didn't tell one of the guy to do it. You know, the guy on his own decides to do it on Shabbos. He didn't tell the guy to do it on Shabbos. Therefore, the guy does it on Shabbos, not your problem. Continues in Shmir Shabbos up there, but you cannot send on Erev Shabbos, before Shabbos, a special delivery letter, right? Or a telegram. That's right. They still have those things, telegrams nowadays. And because here he's telling him he wants it to be done, you know, as soon as possible, meaning on Shabbos. It's like he told them, malacha do malacha on Shabbos. But in great necessities or mitzvah, you can be makel. What is this? So the point is, you go to the post office, you want to send a special delivery letter. The guy sitting behind the counter is not going to deliver the letter on Shabbos. He's not going to deliver the letter on Shabbos. He's sitting here in the office. He's going to tell another guy to do it. So that's telling one guy to tell another guy. So Makam Tzorach Gadol, this is permissible. Then he has here in the footnote, is this footnote what? What number is it? Samach Beis. Because of Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, this doesn't work in Eretz Yisrael where the Jew's going to do something, right? He says that you can't send a special delivery letter in Israel Friday afternoon if a Jew's going to deal with it on Shabbos. Or you can't send something from Chutz La'aretz to Eretz Yisrael, like we know the Jew's going to deal with it on Shabbos. This is what he says. Okay. In general, I believe there's not mail delivery on Shabbos in general. If you want to look about this topic of one guy telling another guy, you can also look in Rabbi Rubiad's Lamites Malachos on the first volume, page 72 to 73, discusses this as well. Okay. Now, there are 9 cases where Amir al-Akum is. Yaakov, you want to say something?
Yeah, we're saying the machlokas, which the Mishnah Berurah brings down, that doesn't make a difference. Telling a non-Jew to tell a non-Jew, that doesn't make a difference whether it be.
Can you talk a little louder? Can you talk a little louder?
The Mishnah Berurah brings down a machlokas of whether or not you can tell a non-Jew. That doesn't make a difference whether it's a deraisa or derabana.
No, the coolest for drabana is makom mitzvah. We'll get to, okay? Telling a guy to do a drabana is mutter b'makom mitzvah. Patience. We'll get to it. Okay? Not today. Okay? Okay. Now, there are 9 cases where Amir al-Akum is mutter, and there, you're even allowed to get pleasure from it on Shabbos. Like here, 9 exceptions to the rule. Now, this is not really the Gemara in any one place. The Tiferes is long hakdama to is in danger, correct? And it doesn't mean that he's necessarily going to live forever. Let's assume somebody's terminally ill, God forbid, and just a question of letting him live another day or two. You can also be machal Shabbos. Now the question is, what's called even a suffix you're allowed to be machal Shabbos. So if you remember, I said in Elul, let's assume you're a surgeon. And somebody needs a surgery, and if you don't do the operation, right, he won't survive. And if you do the operation on Shabbos, he has a 90% chance of survival. If you do it on Sunday, it goes down to 80%. So you're certainly allowed to be Machal Shabbos for that 10%. And what if it goes down to 85? You can still be Machal Shabbos. And what if it goes down to 89.99? So basically the rules are things that people worry about during the week. I'm talking about an ethical, moral surgeon who worries about it during the week. Then you have to worry about it on Shabbos. So if he wouldn't be docha the surgery from Monday to Tuesday because of this small percentage, so you're allowed to do it on Shabbos. But something that's so far-fetched, nobody even pays attention to it. Then you're not allowed to be machal Shabbos. So let's assume being machal Shabbos is not only in health issues, it also can mean security issues, right? If you're afraid there's an attack somewhere or a security, you also can have your soldiers, police, you can have people around, correct? So you're allowed to have soldiers on the border and everything else. No, let's assume that somebody's afraid that the Syrian commandos are going to attack Kerem Avna, and he needs to have a special guys with guns on the roof and all over the place in the Chadarot and the dorms, because maybe the Syrian commandos are going to attack on Shabbos, right? So do you say he's crazy or not? So if a normal people who are involved in this worry about it on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, good. You can worry about it on Shabbos. But if it's so far-fetched, you don't worry about it all week, you can't worry about it on Shabbos. Okay. That's a chola sheish bo sakana, and a Jew is allowed to be machal Shabbos. Then you have a chola shein bo sakana. Chola shein bo sakana does not mean somebody who sneezes. It means either somebody who is in bed, sick enough to be in bed. This is in the Shulchan Aruch in Shin Chav Ches Sif Yud Zayin.